Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Exonerated and I'm playing Minecraft 1.8 in my Let's Play world. I've been a little busy. For those of you who have ever played ever, you'll recognize this as an iron farm. Decided I was a little tired of running out of iron, and so I decided to set up an iron golem farm. I have a little rail leading back to the villager breeder. And we'll get over there and check that out in just a moment. Been really busy since our last episode, and I want to show you guys some of the stuff that I've managed to take care of. So first off, the big thing here is a villager escaped. How did you get out? You're dead. Alright. So the big thing here is I have been breeding villagers like crazy. And I've got a switch set up here for the villagers, and I'm leading them over that way. So, let's see here. We go up top in our little cubby spot to the side here. We put our minecart down, grabs a villager, and off it goes. And so we're able to populate our villagers over here into our iron farm. Right now I have a configuration set up so that it kills the iron golems in the bottom, but we'll get to that in a little bit. I have this guy here. We're going to take these two out. No, you don't. Go back that way. Alright. And I'm trying to be... Got him. Alright. So we're going to take these down. And what I want to do is put up some slabs. So I'll set up this table here. Make a few slabs. And we'll just cover these guys up. I'm going to put 2 in here for now. You need a total of 10 to produce iron golems. So actually, let me do that. I'll bring one more over here. What the heck? I got my minecart. And away we go. So some of the other things that I've managed to do. I mentioned the the skeleton farm. Or spawner, rather, that was behind the base. Or hopefully I've mentioned the skeleton spawner that was behind the base. It's really close to. This is the center of the spawner. And it goes down maybe 5-6 blocks, and then there's the spawner. I have the skeletons feeding through in a water elevator that drops them off here, and then I just have a simple variation of like a mumbo jumbo design where it lights them on fire. You'll see lava come out real quick, and it does damage. And once they're done, you can just kill them off for experience, which I started doing. So this has turned into an experience farm. And then over here, I've started excavating out for the wheat farm that we're going to need. We're going to need lots of wheat. And of course, I've been killing a lot of the sheep. So let me go and finish carting over some villagers, and we'll be back in a little bit. And I'm back. And this is actually the next day for me. Had to take a small break, somehow pulled my back. Regardless, we are back. We have gone through, well, I have gone through and placed 3 villagers in each of these 3 little sections here. So we'll go ahead and gather up our track. And I've put in torches, and we're just going to seal them all in for safety. Now they can't be touched. And let's go ahead and get rid of this and this. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go through and pick up a rail. But as you can see, I've gone through, let's do this. I've gone through and set up the water. Now I've done this a little bit different than most of these iron farm setups. I've made the base here 3x3. The goal is to go through and stack at least 2 more on top of this, And when I do that, I'm going to want them to be able to pass through without clogging up. What I've found is if you make this opening 3 by 3, they don't clog up as easily. And while we're at it, I'm going to wait for night to pass before I go start chasing down or clearing. Actually, wow, we got a lot of mobs today. Which that'll happen when you play on hard mode. Whoops. And down I go. Alright, well, let's go over here anyway and check it out. What we've got going on. And get our sword ready, because I'm sure we're going to have to... No, you don't. There we go. I'm sure we're going to have to do some killing. There we go. And let's get this spider out of the way as well, because I know he's going to come up. Alright, so ran out of room. Going to collect that. And they're being sneaky today, that's for sure. What I've got here is just a simple hopper setup. I've got a source block of lava right here in the middle, just suspended by signs. An interesting thing to note, that in 1.8, you can't place anything off of a sign, or at least I couldn't place lava. In fact, here's our first iron golem. Check that out. So what I found that I had to do was go through... Sorry, buddy. I need your metal. Die. Thank you, sir. And there we go. There's our first bit of iron. At any rate, what I've found is that I had to actually go through... Let me switch this around. And put blocks like this and put the lava on the bottom of that dirt in order to be able to place the lava for this trap. Which is really weird. I've never seen that before, but nonetheless, that's what I had to do. And you can see, oh, actually, I've gotten a couple of irons, so they must have started spawning pretty quick. 9 iron, not too bad. And this will keep going. I've got 3 rows of hoppers, 1 leading into each double chest. So even if I don't pay a lot of attention to it, let me turn down mob sounds. Even if I don't pay a lot of attention to it on a regular basis, I don't have to worry about it backing up too terribly bad. Eventually, we'll have this sorted up and running into a storage system, which I haven't really worked out. Hey, guy, I want your string. There we go. I haven't really worked out the details of the sorting system yet, or even to what scale we're going to do it. I wanted all of the town to be mostly just these little houses, little homes, concealing larger, multi-purpose farms underneath. But in order to do that, I'm going to have to sacrifice some other things. So, not quite sure how that's all going to play out, but I did make some changes up here also, and I'll show you in just a second. Right here, I found that I was having a difficult time picking up villagers from this end, especially when they were backlogged like this. So what I did instead was I ran the rail back a little bit further. Now, if you put a minecart here against this glass, it won't actually launch. But the villagers, they kind of move themselves around on minecarts a little bit if you haven't seen it. And when they do that, they cause the cart to get just close enough to this powered rail that it picks them up and slings them on their way. So that's nice, so we don't have to worry so much about getting them pushed down the track. They do it themselves. I am going to go ahead and remove this track because I think what I'm going to do for the next iron golem farm, which would be up there, is I'm probably going to water elevator them, the villagers up, and then run a straight rail over. I think that would be the easiest way to do it, instead of running them on this track and then elevatoring them up. I can just use the track to park them wherever I want them. And you can tell it's Halloween. All of the I'm filming this on Halloween, rather. All of the mobs have their pumpkin caps on, like Blizzard does. So I'm going to go ahead and remove this track, and we'll give our iron farm a little bit and see just how it's how it's coming along. So I'll be back in a little bit. And I'm back. I don't quite understand. Every once in a while, it seems like the horses are getting out. I can't tell. I just can't tell. I suppose I could count them and then make sure. But, and look at this guy. This guy's just in the fence. I suppose I could count them and make sure, but it's happened quite a bit where I go through and I just have horses out of the pen. I'm not quite sure what's going on with that. I don't know if they're spawning outside or what, but at any rate, so what I'm going to do for the rest of the episode is start working on a second house. We've got our wheat house over here, and we haven't started the underground portion of that yet, but we do have that house. So what I want to do is kind of in the similar fashion there, build another house, and I want this to be like a bakery right next to the house. So we're going to grab some more logs, and we're going to grab some more stone and andesite. And I think that's all we need for now. Grab a little bit more of this polished andesite and a stack of regular... Oh, and windows. We definitely need windows. Alright, so... Let's see here. We got our crafting table. So we got our little wheat shop here. We want a little place maybe right here that bakes the bread. Oh, I need some dirt. Let's grab some dirt real quick. There we go. You can see I took down that whole railway over there, closed everything up. It's all good to go. They're dropping pretty good, actually. We had like 30 iron when I just checked it a minute ago. Here, let's close this in. I want to be able to kind of connect the paths like this. So, let's see. This will be the path. Whoops. There we go. And then we'll carry it over this way to the house. And we're going to kind of take it back a little bit to this side. Kind of offset it a little bit. Whoop. There we go. Alright, let's start with our polished andesite. And I don't think this house needs to be a little bit bulkier than the last house because it needs to have a bread oven in it. And so let's do this. We'll make this back section be the wood oven. So we'll do this like this. And let's see. Pull that out. Take that out. There we go. Alright. I'm not too worried about that being submerged for the moment because we'll come back and decorate around the building in a second. No, that needs to be wider. So let's do this. A little bit wider. Again, it's going to have a big baking oven in it for bread. Alright, and there. Yeah, I like the size of that house right there. Just like that. Whoop. We're going to put our log just like that. Alright, and 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3. Alright, that's the basis for it. And, of course, it's going to come out like this on either corner. And we're going to need to carry the weight over because it has to be able to support everything about the house. These, I'm going to leave this tree here. Or at least I'm going to try really hard to leave that tree there. I want to include a lot of trees growing up around the place anyway. So all it's going to do is help me out if I just go ahead and leave it there. Here we go. And there's that. And I want it, again, I want it to be a bulky building. We'll build a big oven back here or for the baker. And he'll have his little spot where he's baking bread. And that's not what I wanted. There we go. And done. Okay, so that's the frame of the house. I like the way that looks. It's nice and bulky. So I'm going to work a little bit more on this, and I'll be back in a few when I make some more progress. Okay, I'm back, and I've been doing some work on the bread farm here, but it just occurred to me I need some bread. And my inventory is a little full, so we'll dump that off for just a moment. And I got some bone meal. 2, 3... And hopefully, oh well, I didn't grab enough bone meal to fully grow it, but that's okay. 1, 2, 1. Well, that's it. That's all I got. So sad. Anyway, so what I've got here is, let's make our bread. All right, our little bread shop window with our bread on it. There we go. And we've got our little entryway here. And when you walk in, of course, you got your little cabinet. And no good bread shop is worth its salt without its own oven. So let's go ahead and put an oven in this here bread shop. And even left a hole in the ceiling so we can go through and put our little chimney out. I mean, even though we'll do that, even though it won't necessarily need one, we'll add it. So let's see here. We're gonna go down the sides, and I don't need it this deep. So do I? Yep, I got it right there. Okay, we'll do that. And let's switch some of this out. I don't need these, I think. I think I need this. And do I? Yep, I brought some glowstone. So this is going to be kind of the fire going on behind the bread and all cooking. And of course, bread ovens are kind of narrow. So we'll do that. Whoop, there goes an email. And turn that off. Let's see, we got to have a bit of a curve, maybe to an oven, and there's our little oven. And I think we need some more shelves in here. Let's, yeah, let's set up some shelves over here, and maybe some other shelves right here, where we'll have maybe a flower pot or something. I'm not sure. And of course, we'll have to have a little seat here for him. Maybe this isn't a shelf, rather. Maybe this is a seat, or like a desk. I've got some dark oak here, or not dark oak, spruce. Throw that out. Come over here, and we got a little desk, and maybe he sits down at his desk and does his work. Oh, nope, not like that. Maybe he sits down at his desk and does his work and checks out the view outside. Sees his buddies being held hostage. But I like that. That's a nice, clean little... Well, we're going to have to do some work to the top of it here, now that I think about it. Let's get up there. Because most fireplaces, or at least bakery sort of things, they curve up. And I'm out of stairs. So we'll go out here and make some stairs real quick. That should be enough. Pick back up my slab. 2, 3. We'll fill all that in. See how that looks. Whoops. Oh, yeah. That looks much better. So we got our baker's house here with his little oven. Going ahead, he's got his little workspace. We'll maybe put some... Let's see. Do we want them spruce? Yeah, I think we make them spruce. We go through and put some more shelves there. Let me grab some more stairs. Whoops. That should be plenty. Yeah, that looks good. Some shelves. And actually, let's change the look of this counter and this right here. Change that to dark oak too. Let's see. There we go. 1, 2, 3. There we go. And some more dark oak, or some more spruce here. I think that looks a lot better. It's a nice little color choice. Switch off, and we'll come back and add flowers next time, but I think our oven is set and good to go. Now all we have to do is climb on up, and let's see, we're going to have our smokestack kind of go out this way, so it'll go up this way. Oh, man down. There we go. So our smokestack will kind of flare off that way, and bam. Not quite like that. Ew, that's ugly. Why didn't you say something? All right. Well, that'll just have to be it then. I think that looks good. So we've got our little smokestack. You can see all the zombies pathing straight for the farm. That's great. So we've got, yeah, even the back of our building we swapped out with this wood bulk, or not wood bulk, but stone. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit extra back here to kind of, man, I would have run out of stairs, to kind of bulk it up a little bit so that you know when you look at the back of this place, hey, that's the bread oven going on back there. And I just need one more. I hate that I have to do that. Why can't we? This is a valid point here. That should be a stair. That's what it looks like. This should be your stair instead of that. It could be the same ratio. Do 3 and only give me 2. That's fine. But that's what a stair looks like. Just a little venting point. Sometimes I really wonder, but then I guess I can't complain too much because of how far along the game has come. So let's see. Let's just do this path real quick too while we're thinking about it. We got a little bit of time here. Path is going to do this. Maybe we come back, get rid of those seeds, and do that. All right. So we got, let's see, we got some polished andesite. We got some cobble. I have some gravel. Let's get some of this stuff. Coarse dirt. Let's get that going. I love that coarse dirt look. All right, let's see here. Kind of random, and then more gravel than anything else. A little bit of coarse dirt, a little bit more cobble, and like that. That looks, yeah, I like that as a matter of fact. So let's get, now we've got some dirt up here. This is part of my scaffolding, and I must be full again. Okay, well that's fine. It's just a little bit of dirt. So anyway, we've got ourselves a neat little bakery. Whoops. And we've got ourselves a a wheat placed. So next up should be definitely be our our windmill. I'm thinking, if I can convince myself to try it. Um, yeah, that looks good. I like that little accent above the way there. Actually, and this side, the sides of this are all solid, so you can't really see. I'm gonna, let's see, that was, no, no, not on this side. On the other side, though, it looks good. And I actually did this wrong. I put it up in the wrong spot. It's supposed to go between windows. So there, and there. There we go. All right, so that being said, that'll be the end of today. Or rather, the end of today's episode. As always, leave a like. Want to thank you guys again for watching. And until next time, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.